Hi guys, Macy Lou here, and in today's video I'm actually painting over an old painting, sort of. So this panel that I'm painting on right now in this video, I actually painted for the first time several years ago. And it was never completed. It was like one layer of a woman in a forest. It was based off of a digital artwork that I did, and I wanted to do it in oil. But I just didn't love where it was going, and I probably just didn't have passion for it because I had already created it digitally, and it was just kind of becoming a copy of that, and I didn't really want that, so I ended up just never touching it again for years. The panel sat in my canvas and panel shelf for literally years. I don't even know if it might have been like 2018 when I painted that layer of paint on it. And so I finally decided, look, I'm never going to finish that. I don't like it. I don't like where it's going. And for a while, I pondered maybe turning it into a different but similar painting and kind of using the bones of it, so to speak. But I realized, no, why? It's never going to happen. I've been thinking that for at least 2-3 years now. It's not going to happen. So I decided to use it for a brand new piece, which is based off of a collage that I did digitally. I've been doing digital collages lately to kind of come up with painting ideas rather than my old methods. I still use multiple different methods to come up with an art idea. It's not really all set in stone. My process isn't always the same. It changes quite often, and I go back and forth between what I do. In this piece, I did no sketching on the panel, as you could see, unless you want to count me painting as part of it being a sketch, because the first layer, or I guess I should say the first pass of me moving the brush across is blobby, and I guess you could call that a sketch, like a painterly sketch. But normally, in the present day, I do like some kind of transfer sketch instead. But this time, I wanted to actually just paint it from start to finish. I didn't want to try to do a sketch, and one reason is because I knew from the get-go I wanted the base of this painting to be dark, very, very dark background, because it's set in this dark, lush, kind of abandoned forest, and there's this abandoned chair, and everything's just dark themed. So I knew that it was going to be a dark background, and it's kind of difficult for me to sketch pencil over a dark background. I don't really find that appealing, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at this as kind of a negative, and then I'm bringing in the positive. In other words, the negative is the dark, the positive is the light, not metaphorically or anything. I'm just saying, like, I am pulling these colors out from the darkness, if that makes any sense. So it's sort of like subtracting rather than adding, I think? I don't know. I kind of thought of it as like carving a sculpture in a way, but I'm not. I'm painting, if that makes any sense. I don't know. The name of this piece is Escape the Poison. And my little story that I wrote behind it is, a strange small door and abandoned chair in the lush woodland calls you. Will it take you out of a poison land and into a world of wild abundance? And I think this is just kind of how the world feels sometimes. Sometimes the world just feels so dark and foreboding and poisonous and toxic, and so I thought this would kind of symbolize like leaving that kind of difficulty in life and escaping. And the three faces in the background, there's the three women in the forest background. They're kind of lording over the chair, but they're kind of behind it. Their eyes are closed. My idea behind them is they're kind of like Mother Nature, if Mother Nature was like triplets or something. So like it's Mother Nature kind of protecting you, trying to lead you to the right path, but she's also got her eyes closed because it's too harsh of an environment for her to fully look you in the eye, because it's safer beyond the door. Anyway, that's kind of my idea behind it. But something that I talk about a lot is, for me personally, I have an idea behind most of my pieces, if not all my pieces, but that doesn't mean that that's the only idea behind the piece. Because to me, I find it even more interesting figuring out what the viewer thinks the meaning is behind the piece, because it's usually different. Sometimes it's similar, sometimes there's overlap, but a lot of times there's at least some kind of differences to what their perspective is on the meaning behind the piece versus my intended meaning. And I actually really love that, because sometimes it's better than my idea behind the piece, in my opinion. You know, I just like hearing someone else's idea more. I don't know, but anyway, I just think that's fun and I think that's interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys ever, if you're artists, do you take old panels that you've kind of started a piece on and then you just never really went back to it, and so you decided to just paint over it? Because I've painted over, I don't know how many I've painted. I've painted over a few. I wouldn't say I've painted over a ton, because most of the time I want to see it through to the end. But there are those few pieces. I would say I think I've painted over at least 3 or 4 pieces. But I don't think it's been a ton more than that or less than that. I think it's around 4, but I don't know the exact number. But yeah, just sometimes there's a piece that I think I'm gonna love creating, and then I just don't, and I feel like it falls flat, and I just want to change it. And this one, I should have probably changed it a long time ago and just painted over it a long time ago. But you know what? If I had, I wouldn't have had it, you know, waiting for me to paint this chair over it. So there you go. So anyway, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Another few little things I did want to mention is I've been painting on a lot of different surfaces lately. Recycled surfaces, different pieces of art that I didn't like that I wanted to paint over that weren't even my art. It was just like art from a store or something given to me, and I didn't really love the design, and I just wanted to paint over it and put my own mark on it. And I've been doing that lately. I've been painting on, I painted on a cereal box, I painted on some cashew canisters, and I really like painting on things that aren't traditional canvases for some reason. I just find it appealing. And I also painted on a purse, and I need to finish that one because I'm really excited about that one. It's not going quite as smoothly as I was hoping, but I still have hope for that one, and I am excited to get back to that one. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video, so I hope you enjoyed the rest of this time lapse, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys! just added some new original paintings to the shop. Go to macylou.com to check out the new pieces. I also have prints available as well as different categories of products. I have a $12 and under section and a $25 and under section as well, because I believe every human being deserves to have art in their home and to feel cozy and comfortable wherever they live. I also have a contact page where you can easily get in touch with me at your convenience for art commissions and business inquiries. Just put a quick subject line such as, "Hey, I'd like an art commission," and then in the message section, put in detail about what type of commission you are wanting. Also, feel free to use the contact form as a way to ask any questions you may have about the art or the shop. Thanks for all of your support, no matter what form it takes. To support the channel, like the video, comment, and subscribe. You can also support my work by buying art from me at macylou.com. Thanks for watching!